Salt cravings are all too common, and dealing with them can be tough when you are making the decision to start eating healthier. Why? Because the strong desires you have are often for the foods that you are looking to eat less of. So, what can you do about it? In this video, I'm going to share with you some reasons why you might be having these cravings, as well as some healthy alternatives that will leave you satisfied. What's up, y'all? I'm Elena, and welcome back to the Adulting Kitchen. If you don't quite feel like an adult, but you're having to adult anyway and then try to eat well at the same time, great. Because literally same. The Adulting Kitchen is about helping you create a healthy eating lifestyle. So do consider subscribing so we can grow in the kitchen together. So let's just jump straight into these cravings. Before we tackle trying to find a bunch of healthy craving killers, we really need to understand why the cravings are there in the first place. So I've got 7 things for you to consider when you're having a salt craving that might be the cause of it. So the first thing is you might be dehydrated. Okay, you might just need some water. A lot of people don't drink the amount of water that they need for their proper body functioning. And your body recognizes this and it really tries to help you out and let you know,
hey, can I please get a sip of something?
and one of these ways is by bringing about salt cravings. Now, typically what we do is try to, grab a salty food. But no, this is your body telling you I'm dehydrated in this instance. So I believe one of the first things that you should do when you are having a salt craving is to just take a few sips of water. All right, get you a bottle, get you a glass, drink some water, and see how you feel after that. Because more than likely, you were just thirsty. Number 2 is that you are stressed out. Stress causes a lot of hormone imbalances, and imbalances like this can bring about cravings such as salt cravings. Now, when I am stressed, I usually start gravitating towards sweets. But that might not be your thing. Your thing might be salt. But it's just important for you to be aware of what's going on, throughout your day and in your life when you are having these cravings, and consider that stress might be a factor of why you are having these cravings. Number 3 is that you might just be sleepy, okay? Take a nap, all right? Go to bed on time. And I'm preaching to myself, honestly, because this was me a few weeks ago. But just like with stress, a lack of sleep can also cause hormone imbalances that will bring about certain cravings, and one of those might be salt for you. So when you are having these salt cravings, you should also consider whether or not you've had an adequate amount of rest that day, because that might be a factor into why you are craving salt. Number 4 is that you've been sweating a lot. This is for my exercisers, my people that work outdoors, the folk that just be
outside doing the things.
And there is a certain amount of sodium in your sweat. So when you are sweating, you are also losing sodium in your body. So you might be craving salt. This is why sports drinks and stuff like that will have the electrolytes and what have you, because it's going to replenish all of the salt that you lost when you were doing all that sweating. So if you're having a salt craving and you've been outside for a long period of time, you've been exercising or whatever, this could be a potential reason for that craving. Number 5 is for potential medical reasons. If you are having long-term cravings, it might be an indicator that you might need to seek some medical help. There are a number of illnesses and diseases that have a salt craving symptom associated with it. So if you are having these cravings for an extended period of time and it's starting to concern you, you should definitely seek help from your doctor, and they might be able to shed some more light on why you are still experiencing these prolonged cravings. Number 6, you might just be experiencing some symptoms associated with PMS, premenstrual syndrome, or some symptoms that come up with pregnancy. PMS and pregnancy bring about a lot of different hormone changes, and with that comes craving. So you might just be craving something salty because of that. Underconsumption. I don't really think this is the case with a lot of Americans because we tend to overconsume, but it can be a thing, especially if you have not eaten enough throughout the day. You definitely might be in some type of, deprived state. These are just a few reasons why you might be craving
Sodium.
So in sum, it's important for you to evaluate the underlying cause of the cravings first. So take a sip of water, chill for a sec. And if you're still having these cravings, here are a few different healthier salty snack options for you to consider. I've got these snacks organized by texture so that you can get the flavor as well as the mouthfeel that you're looking for. And I'll also be trying some of this stuff for the first time. So, I guess this should be fun. Crunchy snacks. One of my favorites has always been popcorn, and it is also incredibly healthy when you don't drown it in cheese and in butter and in tons of salt and all of that. When you keep it moderate, it can be good for you. One of my favorites is I can't say this man name right. No disrespect to this man. Orville Rittenbacher. I think that's it, right? He makes this avocado oil popcorn that I really like. I like it because it doesn't have any artificial flavors. It's literally just oil, salt, and corn. So it definitely does satisfy the salty craving, and then it's good for you. Or you can make it yourself. That is the thing. And when you do that, you can control the amount of butter, if you do want to use butter, oil, salt, or whatever it is that you're putting on there. Another crunchy item would be vegetable chips. They are definitely a better option than traditional potato chips, but varying between brands, the type of vegetable they're using, blah blah blah, it has its pros and cons. It's just something to be mindful of when you're weighing out products. I'll share with you a couple of my favorites. One is Tara. She come in a black bag. She don't really have a lot going on with her. The ingredients list is extremely short, and that I feel like is a very good thing when you are considering pre-packaged products. Another brand that I researched, I haven't tried this one, is Bear, which that one's highly praised as well, given its short ingredients list, given its minimal processing, given the fact that the vegetables are higher up on the ingredients list. So this is also one to consider. Another option, which is one of my favorites when I'm craving salt, is nuts and seeds. So
your cashews, your pistachios, your almonds,
all of that are very nutritious options for you to consider when you're having a salt craving. The only word of caution I would give for those is to watch your portions, because it's easy to eat like 500 calories worth of nuts, especially if you get them in like the bigger bags like I do. And then my last crunchy item is going to be roasted peas. Now, I made these a little earlier. I'll show you guys. They came out really nice and crispy, so I would think that they would make for a pretty good snack. Now, confession, I did try a couple of these when they came out the oven just so I could give y'all a texture kind of comparison. When they first came out of the oven, absolutely, they were way more crunchy. But now they're a little bit softer, but still harder than it would be if you like steamed it. If you do make them, I do recommend that you eat them fresh out of the oven because they're going to be crunchiest then. Next is creamy, soft, and smooth. I put it all in one section because it all kind of feel the same in your mouth. first thing I would recommend is hummus. I love hummus. Hummus is made out of chickpeas and usually some type of seasoning, unless you get it plain. Don't do that to yourself though. I get the red pepper one from Aldi. Aldi has red pepper, they have pine nut, they've got garlic. The hummus would be good with some of these crunchy items that we talked about. You can get a contrast in textures and still get that salty feel too. That's fun. You can also try some sliced avocado. By itself, it's tasteless, so you need to add some salt to that. But this is a great option because it's giving you some healthy fat, and it's soft and it's simple to prepare. It don't really take that much to slice up an avocado. Another option is an egg. Scramble that thing, fry it, boil it, whatever you want to do. It's really a good source of protein, extremely simple, it's cost efficient. You can add a little salt to that, a little pepper to that, and be well on your way and satisfy that craving in a healthier way. Another option is cheese. Specifically, I'm gonna talk cottage cheese today. I've been seeing these little cottage cheese cups around, but I've never tried it. So today I'm wanting to try it. I know it comes like on the fruit platters and the vegetable platters. I ain't never touched that stuff because I'm like,
Ooh, if it's not ranch, I don't want it.
so I've only had cottage cheese maybe like twice. Since I have tried regular cottage cheese, I wanted to try this with the little fruit at the bottom or whatever. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna just try this brand of cottage cheese by itself. I don't like it alone. It tastes like I'm eating old sour cream. But it does have a natural saltiness to it, just like many cheeses. And cottage cheese is particularly lower in calories. So if you're looking for a low calorie snack, this would be a good option. Now we're gonna add the fruit in. I don't know if you're supposed to like flip it in there or what. Like I think it is. That's how it's designed. But I ain't finna do all that. This little jelly on the side tastes like a sweet and sour sauce that's supposed to go with like a nugget or something. But I kind of like it here. Yeah, I will give it like a 6 out of, well, yeah, I'm gonna stay with a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. I like some of these other options that I gave y'all better, but this is definitely worth considering. Now, this does come in a variety of different flavors, so if blueberry is not your thing, you might like some of those other ones. So check them out. Who is this? Check out Breakstones and the little, whatever the double fruit, whatever their name is, the cottage cheese doubles, all right? Section we got up is the chewy and juicy section. The first thing I would recommend is jerky. I know it's like certain markets and stuff that will make their own jerkies and stuff like that. I think those are better jerky options than maybe like a Slim Jim, but it's still just a good option in general. It's a good source of protein, and they even make some plant-based ones. I think Garden, the brand that makes all the, plant-based nuggets and meat substitutes and stuff like that. And it doesn't always have to be beef jerky. It can be salmon jerky. It could be turkey jerky. I think this is a great option because meat and fish are naturally salty anyway. Another thing you can consider is pickles. Or just pickled anything, it could be pickled carrots. It can be pickled asparagus. It can literally be a pickled any vegetable that you want. This is a good option because pickled vegetables are usually made with salt as well as vinegar, and that addition of that acidity is going to make that vegetable taste more salty as well. So that definitely makes it a great, healthier option to consider when you are having a salt craving. And to control the level of salt, just like with your popcorns, I mean, you can make all this stuff yourself, right? But this one is more easily made at home by yourself. So you can definitely control the type of vinegar you use. You can control the amount of salt that you put in it, and it's fairly easy. So if there's something that you want to consider so you can regulate how much salt you get, then try that out. Tuna. We already talked about how fish is naturally salty, so this is just one of those. And there's so many different varieties that you can get of the pouch tunas, and they come in flavors. And if you're an Aldi shopper like me, they only got 2 different flavored ones. Choose wisely, or you have to go to another store and browse some of the other options there. Lastly, keeping along this fish train, sardines. Sardines is another type of fish. They live in the ocean. The ocean is salty, so they are naturally salty. I have never thought about eating a sardine. It's never crossed my mind. So that is why I have one of the better brands to try for you on today. I was watching another YouTuber try sardines for the first time, and in the comments of that video, they recommended the brand that I have today as well as the flavor combo. So, I mean, hopefully it doesn't disappoint for me. But my expectations are like, they're low. All right, I'm not excited. It's this little white dude on the package. All right, King whoever, what's his name? King Oscar. I figured the oil wouldn't really take too much away from its natural flavor. Ugh. All right, King Oscar. I can't lift up the tab on the thing. This is a sign from the Lord, I think. I don't think this is the Lord's will for my life. Oh, it must be. Never mind. It opened. I am not, being here in person with it. It's different. It's different.
Ew. Oh my God, ew. My face itching.
It helped that I closed my eyes. This is not aesthetically pleasing at all, but it doesn't taste bad. I personally don't like all of this oil. The fish is already oily. Like, it's good. I feel like I would like it better in something. I personally couldn't eat this because I just don't like to look at it. They weren't as awful as I always thought they would be. I give them a 5. A solid 5. But they definitely are salty, so it does, check off our list of a option for a salty snack. And that is it for today's video. I really hope that it helped you understand your salt cravings a little bit better. If you liked it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And I don't know about you, but I have one heck of a sweet tooth. So my next video is going to be talking about sweet cravings and what we can do about those, because child, it'd be a whole struggle out here. If it's past next week, then yay you. All right, you get to watch it next. So enjoy the rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.